It is your Classic Metal Show right here on the ClassicMetalShow.com. That is UFO from probably, I don't know how popular that record was, The Monkey Puzzle. And that was called Black and Blue. And this is Neeley with you, along with my good friend and a guy who could turn you black and blue, at least in the mosh pit at one time in his life. My good friend, Chris Aiken. What's going on, Chris?
Ready to do this, man. Just ready to be back.
Well, you kind of bailed on the show on short notice last week because you went to the rescue of one of your core 9.
I did.
And now that you have a new ride, I'm going to fake an emergency just to see if you'll hit that Ohio Turnpike and rush to my aid.
You know I would. Sadly, you know I would.
Well, now that I know that you have a reliable vehicle, I'm going to put it to the test.
Dude, I broke my leg.
Yeah.
Help.
I'm laying at the bottom of my stairs, dude. I know it's going to be 5 hours before you get here, but I'll try to hold on.
Yeah.
I got a bottle of Zinfandel, and I'm good.
Yeah, and you know I'd show up 5 hours later because
Right.
I'm just like that. But
Sure.
geez.
Well, you're back, and last week, in your absence and short notice, fledgling radio star CMS Mikey stepped in and did a kind of a pretty decent job for a guy who just kind of got thrown into the mix about an hour before the show happened. And being that he has gotten his, he is working on his chops with his own radio show, he did okay, except the first part of our first break, he was just like, well, I'm here taking Mr. Chris's place. And, and I'm just like, dude, what's up with that? I'm trying not to wake up my mom. I said, well, we can't keep doing the show like that. I got to move to another room. She's really going to get mad if I wake her up.
Yeah, well, tough. Wake her up.
I told her, I said, dude, it's not like you do the show every week. I don't think she's going to mind losing a little bit of sleep. Yeah, but if she doesn't get her 8 hours, she's going to be really cranky.
Oh, whatever. Have Mike Sr. throw a dick in her. She'll be fine.
So he said, give me about 15 minutes so I can relocate my rig to another room.
Oh, boy.
So he had to move the mixing board and the laptop and the mics and everything. Because he did get like a mini studio for Christmas.
Right.
And so he's got a good mixing board. Got a good sound, too.
Well, you've been to the new house. Is the old house was huge? Is it not as big as the old house?
Oh, it's as big, but I think where he had his stuff set up, I think he was directly below the bedroom or something.
Oh, okay.
And plus he uses an old guitar amp as his monitor.
Okay.
So it's feeding back at him. When I got on I hit the mic button. He must have had that monitor cranked up because it just like blew right back at me immediately. It's like, dude, you got to turn that down.
Right.
Oh, well, I was trying to use the monitor so I don't have to use my headphones so it's not so heavy on my head.
What? Stop being a girl. Jesus Christ. That's like when we were talking whenever that was about
the hair being too heavy on your head.
Yes, yeah. It's the same exact. The headphones are too heavy on your head.
Yeah. But anyway, he moved to a different room and got a different setup, and he was all good. And he jumped in and participated and did a great job. And then Mr. Nalbandian stepped in a couple hours later, and we did a three-way show.
Awesome.
For just a short time, we talked about, a ghetto lady setting her baby on fire in the middle of the street and, gay marriage and all kinds of stuff like that. And then Bob and I, Mikey, went off to Slumberland, and Bob and I took over, and we talked about, mostly metal stuff, mostly music stuff.
Right.
And this weekend, NAMM is going on, and neither you nor I are there.
Nope.
So
you know what, dude? Maybe it's just me, and I know we get invited every year. I don't have interest.
I do. I want to go. I want to just go. The one time and just kind of peruse around a little bit.
But isn't it mostly about gear?
Well, it is, but there's performances going on. You know, different people are, you know, they're demonstrating their gear by putting on an intimate performance. You know, like say you get a George Lynch or something, and he's like, you know, at I don't know, SP Guitars or something.
Yeah.
And he puts on a show, you know. And then there's a little intimate invite-only parties, and you can go hang out and drink, which I know you like that.
I like the drink part.
Yeah. And then, you know, you get invited back to some of the local hotels where everybody's staying, and you go hang out and party. And, you know, it's gear, but it's social, and it's, you know, it's a blast.
The partying part sounds great, but other than the Striggle Strings booth and the...
No, I mean, you know, I don't think you're going to spend much time looking at strings or pedals or anything, but for the social part and the performances and seeing, hey, you know, there's Stephen Piercy and you know, that kind of stuff. It's just social.
You know how I am, though, dude. I'm so uninspired by rock guys. I don't even know that I'd be having more fun hanging with Nalbandian than I ever would be saying, holy shit, there's Uli John Rock.
Yeah, but it's not the holy shit part. It's just maybe running into somebody you know, like a Sean McNabb, or, you know, you might run into, you know, who knows, just different people you might know, a Nader DePriest or something, you know.
Call that exciting?
No,
Jesus.
it's just, but it's a friendly social occasion.
Yeah, maybe I get my hair done.
Nice. Well, tonight, speaking of social occasions, we've got two Vinnies calling into the show tonight.
We do?
Yes.
Okay.
We have Vinny Appice.
Yep.
And Vinny Moore is actually supposed to call in about 5 to 6 minutes.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Dave
Tedder. Well, you remember...
I saw the email, but I didn't see a schedule.
Well, there was none.
Okay.
There was no schedule. He called me at, I don't know, about an hour and a half ago.
Oh, okay.
And said, dude, Vinny Moore is supposed to call you at 9:30 Eastern Time, 6:30 Pacific.
All right.
He says, but let me know if it doesn't happen, because they've missed like 15 out of 20 interviews this week.
All right.
I said, wow, that never happens. He says, well, just you know, give me the heads up. Make sure if it happens, make sure you let me know. If it doesn't happen, I'll let the tour manager know. It's just a mess, dude. It's just a mess.
Oh, boy.
It's like, really? Come on. But apparently there's a tour going on right now. It's called the 2015 XG Extreme Guitar Tour.
Okay.
Say that 3 times fast.
No, I won't say it once.
It features former members of Scorpions, Rainbow, Black Sabbath, Dio, Judas Priest, UFO, and more. Mm-hmm. Our good friend Vinny Appice is on this tour.
Okay.
And Vinny Moore is on this tour.
All right.
And Craig Goldie, and who else is part of this thing? I guess what happens is this tour rolls along and some of the people switch out through the tour.
Okay.
I guess Bobby Rondinelli steps in and takes over for Vinny in the middle of February.
Okay.
And, you know, they just kind of switch out. It's kind of like a rolling who's who tour, I guess.
Sure.
So apparently Vinny is supposed to call Vinny Moore, who, of course, has been, you know, in UFO for quite a while. He's played with Alice Cooper.
Sure.
Has a solo career of his own. He's supposed to call us. So we'll see if that happens. I'm not real comfortable when Dave says, hey, they missed 15 out of 20 interviews this week.
Yeah, so what do you say? We're not going to break?
Well, I'm not going to go to break. I'm just going to wait. If that studio phone rings, I'll pick it up. If it doesn't, we'll just keep moving along.
Yeah, that works.
You know, I guess Ginger Baker's son, Kofi Baker,
okay,
is supposed to do some drumming on this thing, and he will be drumming with Roth and Jolyn Turner, and Tim Owens.
Wow.
Will serve as vocalist on select dates.
Wow, this is a weird tour.
Yeah. It's just I'm not really sure what the gist of this is. I'm going to assume that they're playing music from their respective bands.
Yeah,
I think.
How do you sell tickets to this when you don't know who's going to be at each gig?
Well, the press release does kind of put it out there at what point each person switches out.
Okay.
So, yeah, I guess it's just a revolving door of people.
Yeah, well, sounds like something.
Yeah. So anyway, the dates are as follows.
All right.
I guess the thing kicked off this week. What's today? The 24th? Mm-hmm. Guess it kicked off on Tuesday in California. They played in Ramona. Then they played on Wednesday at Anaheim, Hollywood on the 23rd. Making their way. They're in Las Vegas tonight. And they're basically making their way across the country. So they're playing in Cleveland on February 4th. And then they're playing here in the Chicago area on the 1st.
So who's playing on the 4th?
Well, let's take a look. See who's all involved here on the 4th.
It'd be Ripper, probably.
Let's see here. The only one that they show the switching out is the 10th of February is when things start switching out.
Okay. And so you would get who? Vinnie Moore, Vinnie Appice?
Let me see here. Scottsdale, classic rock guitar fans' dream tour will be making its coast-to-coast run across the United States. An all-star cavalcade of rock legends,
oh boy,
including former and current members of Black Sabbath, Deep Purple, Dio, Judas Priest, MSG, Rainbow, Scorpions, UFO, and Yngwie Malmsteen. The XG Guitar Tour includes full performances by the legendary Uli John Roth, current UFO guitar extraordinaire Vinnie Moore, Craig Goldie, and introducing Black Knights Rising. I don't know who that is. Here it is. Black Knight Rising is an all-star project comprised of John West on vocals.
Okay.
I think he sang with Bonham,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Craig Goldie guitars.
He didn't sing with Bonham. That was Chaz West.
That's right. John, yeah, well, West is West, you know? East is West. West is East.
That's right.
Who is John West?
I have no idea, but he's not the guy from Bonham.
Oh, okay. Maybe he sang with Lynch Mob at one time.
John West, singer.
Did he sing with Lynch at one time or something?
Let's see. John West, singer. This can't be the right guy. It's all fucking Erykah Badu and Lauryn Hill. I don't think it's probably that guy.
No.
Let's see. Sang with DC Cooper and Royal Hunt.
Okay.
That's probably who it is.
That's it?
Vocalist and guitarist. Best known as the third lead vocalist of Danish power metal band Royal Hunt.
Okay.
He was also in Our Tension and a solo career.
All right.
And 10-Man Push. And he sang with Cozy Powell.
All right. What, he's been around a while. Cozy, he died back in the late 80s, right?
Well, this says 1999. He was on the Especially For You record with Cozy Powell.
With Cozy Powell?
That's what it says. It says with Cozy Powell.
Look up Cozy Powell. See when he died. I know he died a while ago.
1998.
Yeah, okay.
So he must have recorded this album and then Cozy fucking crawled into the bass drum.
All right. Craig Goldie is part of this. Elliot Robinson on bass. I don't know who he is.
Oh, Elliot Robinson. I have all his stuff.
Yeah, Rubinson. It's Rubinson. Rubinson.
Let's figure out who this fucking guy is.
Elliot Rubinson.
Elliot, R-U-B-E-N.
No, R-U-B-I-N.
There he is. Elliot Rubinson. Who are you? God damn, we don't know who any of these fucking guys are.
I never, these guys aren't exactly name guys.
Elliot Rubinson. Facebook. I can't even fucking... Well, he's on stage with Uli John Roth in this photo.
Okay.
Owner of D Drum Real Page, owner at Dean Guitars. So he's probably a guitar player.
Yeah, he's on bass, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
All right. Alessandro Bertoni.
All right, I'm not even looking that up. That just sounds like something I don't care about.
He's on keyboard, and then Vinny Appice on drums.
All right.
So there you are.
Yeah. Where's that show playing?
Like I said, it's playing in Cleveland at the Agora Ballroom.
Oh, I'll make sure that I'm not within 100 miles.
February 4th.
Yeah. Thank God I'll be in Pittsburgh.
Right. And then, like I said, February 1st, they'll be here at a place in the Chicago area called Reggie's.
Okay. Are they coming to Pittsburgh on the 5th?
No Pittsburgh date.
Oh, damn
They
it.
go straight from Cleveland up to Connecticut.
And I was going to stay for the Pittsburgh show.
Right.
Jeez, it's just not working out for me to see this band.
I guess it's just not in the cards, my friend.
I guess not. I'll have to wait till the next, incarnation of this when they throw another bunch of people I've never heard of on the stage with them.
Sure.
Can't wait.
Right. So they go from Cleveland up to the upper north east, and then they make their way down the East Coast.
Right. But never mind that, because on the phone right now, since it is 9:33 here on the East Coast, it's Vinny Moore. Vinny, how are you? Vinny? Vinny?
Like I said, Dave Tedder was not real comfortable telling me that they were going to call, so
don't hold your breath.
I wasn't holding my breath. I was just kind of like throwing the dice.
Right.
So he says, "Yeah, dude, they're supposed to call, but they missed a lot of interviews this week."
Why are you throwing Tedder under the bus?
I'm not. He's just being honest.
Oh, but you're not supposed to tell those secrets.
Why? That's not a secret.
Yeah, his job is to make these guys look good, not like the douches that they are.
Yeah, but it makes them look bad when I said, "Yeah, they're calling in tonight," and it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
So I'm just giving you the heads up that there's a high probability it won't happen.
Well, that's fine. Haven't we had Vinny on before, Vinny Moore?
I don't know. I was actually looking back in the archives to see if I could find any Vinny Moore stuff, and I didn't find anything.
I gotta think we had him on once for UFO.
Could have been, but I don't have an ID from him at all.
Right. Oh, then maybe not. I know they have a new album coming out. I have no idea what it's called, but
get a hold of Eddie Trunk. I'm sure that he was very influential.
Probably.
Yeah, because he did discover UFO, by the way.
Well, why don't we just ask him right now? Vinny, how you doing? Vinny? Vinny, you're not on the phone yet?
Nope, no Vinny.
Damn.
But, all right, let's move on, my friend.
All right.
Well, tonight, being that you were away last week, and we've had time to accumulate material. I shared a bunch of different things with you this week.
Yes.
And some of it I know we'll definitely get into one of these talk modes about stuff.
Oh, I would think.
Because I found some just bizarre stories this week that, definitely need to be discussed.
Sure.
And then you had people who were mad at you last week.
Yes.
For not being here.
Did you read those emails?
I didn't want to read them yet. I do have them. I got them pulled up, but I didn't want to read them yet because I just want to talk about them when we get to that point.
Sure.
And then you went to a show last night. You went to see Night Ranger.
I did, man. It was fun.
You snuck away from your weekly toils and went out and enjoyed yourself. And then you brushed elbows with my younger sister and Officer Jim.
I did. I brushed something with your sister.
So meeting my sister face to face and Officer Jim for the first time.
Yeah.
And you'll have to tell that story a little bit later.
And Officer Jim just looks like he would fuck you up. He was, I'll talk about it later. But honestly, I just kept waiting for him to reach into his coat and pull out a nightstick and just fucking club me. He just looks the part. He's got a fucking handshake that would fucking break a goddamn crowbar.
Well, he is a sheriff.
Oh, I don't doubt it. Sheriff of Badass County. He's a fucking man's man there. Jesus.
Yeah, he's kind of like Mikey's grandpa.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like that.
He really is.
Yeah. Yeah, I like Jim. He's a good dude. And he just, dude, I would just give anything to be on the show and be able to just talk shit with you guys.
Well, I told him doors open anytime he wants to come.
I know, but it's just a little bit different when it's just like I feel relaxed and comfortable, and I can feel like I part of the show.
Sure,
be one of the guys and hang out.
Well, he could come, and certainly your sister's more than welcome too. Because Lord, does she like to drink?
Yeah, when she gets out of the house to go see some shows, she has a tendency to get a little carried away at times.
Yeah, is there a keg in the back seat of the fucking cruiser?
I don't think so.
I mean, Jesus. Woo.
Well, it doesn't take much to get her lit, though. That's the thing.
Well, apparently there wasn't much to have then, because she was lit.
Yeah, it takes about 2 or 3 vodkas and whatever, and she's done.
Yeah, she said she was drinking vodka too.
Yeah. Well, that's her drink of choice.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
Yep. But yeah, so you'll have to tell the story of Night Ranger and meeting my sister. Is there going to be a segment called "The Aikens Meet the Neelys"?
Yeah, probably.
Right. So anyway, so we got a lot of stuff to talk about, and
Sure.
We got, as I said, we got definitely got Vinny Appice coming up. Yeah.
Yeah, Vinny Appice's definitely happening.
I think he'll be a little more reliable.
He's been doing, the way I've heard it, he's done 20 out of 20 interviews so far.
Okay. And what is Vinny, promoting aside from this stellar tour that he's part of?
Other than this great festival that he's out running the country with, he has a project with Carmine.
Okay.
Carmine of the same spelling, different last name.
Yeah, Appice and a piece.
Yeah.
And I recall Vinny telling me that they even have an older brother named Frank.
What's his name?
Appice.
Appice. Is it really?
Yes. So they all have the same last name, but they all pronounce it different.
That's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, Carmine and Vinny have a record out called Drum Wars Live. Remember Drum Wars?
Yeah,
ago or whatever. Well, now there's a live record where they did a couple of dates with the Drum Wars, and we'll talk about that.
Okay, excellent. Well, it's been a while since we've had Vinny on the show. I think the last time we had him on the show was during the Heaven and Hell tour thing.
Yeah, that's been a couple minutes.
Yeah, it's been a while, so it'll be good to have Vinny back on the show. And there's a guy. Once again, I'm always flattered when a guy like a Vinny, who could, he could by all means give 2 shits about 2 internet DJ guys,
right?
But he actually likes us.
He does.
And when these guys get to know you and they ask about you personally and things, that's cool.
It is cool. It's always fun.
And another guy we'll talk about later too is somebody who reached out to you because actually a couple of guys who reached out to us due to the show and the content is James Kotak of Scorpions reached out to us because of our discussion of him on the show. And the funny thing is that the segment that we were discussing him in didn't even mention him.
No.
So he actually had to have listened to know that we were actually discussing him.
Of course.
And then another guy that reached out to you this week because of something that we said on the show 2 weeks ago was Tony Harnell. Tony Harnell, right?
Right.
And he apparently listened to us too.
No, isn't that crazy?
And he wanted to comment as well.